Yo, what up, Rain? Sorry, I'm just messing with some settings real quick before I get in here. I'm good, man. How are you? How was your Christmas? Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too. It is a little late, but it's just today. Oh, jeez. Trying to figure something out, and it timed me out in the lobby. Just give me 1 minute. There's something wrong on my end. I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, whatever. I can't figure it out, so we'll just go.
Our victory is near.
Gonna be using the F16 and the F14 today, at least for the next hour or so. Probably won't be on for too long, but still gotta be like some of the most fun planes to use, especially in sim for like these 12/7 days. Super enjoyable. Turn this down. So I think I am not too loud.
Returning to the base.
I still gotta dial in some audio settings. Let me know if it's too loud or I'm too quiet or whatever. Is it good to play mouse and keyboard in sim? I don't know, man. That's depends on who you ask. Like objectively speaking, you're not as good as like somebody with a joystick, because they can like really refine their turn rates and their rate angles and everything. But I enjoy it personally, and I like to think of myself as a pretty decent player. So I like it a lot, and it works well for me, and it's just easier, in my opinion. It's so much more accessible. Okay, perfect. But yeah, like I've been playing Sim for like 3 years now, maybe like just a little under. And I've only used, I mean, I've used like stick like for a short period of time, and I didn't really like it personally. But some people swear by it, so just personal preference. Used to flying the Rafale. I gotta get used to this thing again. Guy's cooked. Oh, maybe not. Wrong missile. It's probably a little too short range for an AIM-54. But if he turns into me, I should be able to get him with the same 7. You know what? That actually might hit. If he doesn't do anything here, I don't know. Nah, he probably notches this. Maybe, we'll see. Yeah. Was to be expected. I actually think he J'd out. I think he was damaged before. Because he just disappeared, and he did not go in the clouds. Somebody in front of me, and I just lost him. Oh, right there. Pretty sure that's enemy. Yep. Should be a kill here. Yep. Bison. F14, fellow 14 gamer. I don't think that's to me. No, that's not to me. Let's see what he does here. Sparrow. I think mine gets to him first. I could just usually chaff this. Yep. Go up. Ooh. Nice. F18. F20 maybe? Behind me. Pull my wings out. I don't see him. Oh, gotta slow down. It's close. Yeah, he's right behind me. You lose me? Yeah, I think he lost me. Hey guys, what's going on? Collision Plays War Thunder here. Catch me up on my Roblox Twitch streams. That's AI. Ooh. I think that's also AI. Best DCS gameplay you've ever seen. I want to try and merge with somebody. I'd like to get in a dogfight with this thing. Just kind of show off just like how good this thing is. People just love to BVR with it. And I really dislike the Phoenixes personally, but kind of foolish not to take them. Is this enemy? Come on, radar, help me out. That's AI, I think. I don't know if that's AI or not, but I think it is. Judging by the fact it's not doing anything. Yeah, it's AI. I'm gonna go see if I can bait this F-16 with my radar. I want to fight somebody. Better plane, but this thing is just so good. It's so much fun to use. Should just be an F16A, so he shouldn't have radar missiles, so I don't need to like multipath or anything. He's probably gonna use the terrain, like canyon there. I don't know. I kind of launched this to like force him defensive. I hope it doesn't actually kill him. He plays this smart, hopefully. Okay, I gotta cut my speed. Ah, that. I don't know. I guess maybe I shouldn't have launched in the first place. That's okay.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
F4S got cooked. And he left. Dude died once, quit. He's a good player too. I like for him to stick around. I was expecting this lobby to be way more exciting. But I guess it is 12-0 and there's probably just a lot of F4Ss. Okay, I'm just gonna find something to launch this Phoenix on and then RTB. Let's see. I'm pretty sure that's a player. You wish.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
And besides, this is F-14. I think this falls in Cold War. 1970s. 80s. I think you mean Korean War, maybe? Okay, it's Pitbull. See if that hits. Probably won't. Pretty easy missile to defeat. Guard to be in. Maybe kill this guy on the way.
Let's keep the pressure on.
29 should probably be a Bison, which is. I don't know. These engines are really hot, and those R73s work really, really, really well. I forget I can look. Yeah, it's a Bison. Yep. Hot ass engines. Dude can hit you from a front aspect. I probably should have flared more, but F-16 it is. extra. Three. I mean, that's not bad. Could be better. It's not that it counts as it is literally it literally is a Cold War jet. Like it literally like it was built during the Cold War. There's no nerdy classes about it. It just was. Not even an actually, it's just I don't know, man. I'm sorry you don't know your aviation history. Man, you sound like a parrot. I don't even have any. Not a Juan. Alright. Lock in a little bit. I should probably take an AGMs. What are we at? Almost 1,500. Maybe I'll just go kill this Mirage in A. I'm so used to flying the Rafale, I could just like look at him and know if he's an enemy or not. Crazy how good that plane is. Okay, so MiG-29, maybe a Bison, and a Mirage 2000 in A. 14. It's crazy how spoiled I am in that Rafale. I play it like one game, and I get so used to all the avionics. Okay, I think this guy dies. No? Maybe I should kill him first before I get into A. How close am I? Yeah, for sure.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
Unless he's faster than me. Come on. Thank you. Yeah, way faster than me. Stay on mission. Just go save A. Unless this Mirage 2... Drop my tanks. Where'd he go? 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 Dude just disappeared. Okay, he's right there. Dude, don't just run, man. Boring. Back to A. But now I don't have tanks. Yeah, he's just running away. Yawn. Okay, we're not in A yet, so I don't think these are enemies. I think that guy is... Nope, friendly. Get to the point, clear it out, and then I can worry about, like, everybody else around here. Like those two dudes that I passed. It looks like A's at a stalemate, so... There's still one guy in here somewhere, I think.
Let's keep the pressure on.
It's a friendly above me. Oh, F-18 off my right. So maybe F-20. Is he in the terrain? There's not much terrain for him to be in. Okay, well, A point's done, so I guess mission success. Kept him from capping it. I guess that's really all we needed. I don't know where this guy went. I got him for a second. I don't want to run radar on right now. I don't think that's him. That guy's too far. $29 off my right. Only got 7.5 minutes of fuel because I dropped for that Mirage thinking he was actually going to fight. Instead he just ran. So I think this is probably a Bison. 7 minutes of fuel. F16A should absolutely cook a Bison. So I'm going to first make sure this guy right here is not an enemy. He's not. Okay. I know. Start this with a missile right into the ground. And he's not going to do anything. I guarantee you, if I turned around and merged with that guy, with how oblivious he was, he just would have ran. And probably not even known I was there. F-18 behind. I bet you that's the dude from before. 6 minutes, whatever. Let's see what happens. Got him for a second. Right there. There he is. Okay, definitely F-20. Okay, kills him. Does he realize I'm here, though? Come on. Fight me! Fight me, you coward! He's out of range. I don't know, man. This shit is dumb. It's annoying. Nobody likes to merge anymore. Something off my left. 29, so probably this Bison, maybe? This guy right here. 450. Why is this guy so damaged? Is this the guy I shot a missile at? From before? That was him. What the hell? I thought I killed him. Dude was trying to hunt me down. I don't think he had an engine anymore. That's hilarious. Determination, I guess. All these guys talking about the SU-30 and the F-18 because there's like a silhouette of them on the 2025 thing. Everybody's losing their minds. Really don't think the F-18 is going to be that big of a game changer. Everybody's so enamored with the F-18 because they see clips of it absolutely demolishing everything in DCS and forget that these are two completely different games. More AMRAMs doesn't necessarily mean your plane's going to be better. Like the F-15E, right? Like, it was top dog for what, like a month maybe? And it wasn't because it could carry so many missiles. It was because its engines are cracked out of their mind. And then we get the Eurofighter and the Rafale, and everybody's like, ooh, my F-15E. It's not good anymore. Just because your F-18 is going to get like 12 missiles or 14 missiles or however many. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be good. Like, it's not a bad thing, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a... I don't think it's going to be game-changing. Unless it's got some crazy, ridiculous flight performance like it does in DCS. And even still, like, the people that are whipping it around in DCS are, like, really, really, really good players. Like, they've been playing DCS for a while, and they, like, really have their shit down. I don't know. I don't think the average, like, player, even myself included, in War Thunder Sim are going to be able to really use it to its theoretical capabilities that DCS has. And again, 2 different games, right? So who's to say they're going to have the same flight models? I don't know. It's all conjecture. I get it. People like the F-18, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal personally. Marek, I will make a video with the Eurofighter when I get one. I'm currently working on getting the Italian one because I have the French Rafale, and the Italians and French usually don't ever play on the same side, and I want to face the Rafale. And I also still want the ability to play on OPT4 if I want. So I'm currently researching. I'm 2 planes away from it. Well, actually, I take that back. I'm 2 planes away from the Gripen, and then when I get the Gripen, then I'll start researching the Eurofighter. So probably in like a month. I don't know. Who knows? I'm not. I mean, I want the Eurofighter. Basically, just because its fight performance is insane, and I love dogfights. So that obviously is going to be attractive to me, but I'm also just really enjoying the Rafale. That thing is so much fun. This lobby's kind of a snooze fest. We'll do like one more fly out, and if everybody keeps running away, and if it's just as boring, then I'll probably go either find a different lobby or play a different plane. I don't know. We'll see. Looks like there's an F4S up there. Is that him? Yeah, I think so. F4S. Contrails. Chase this Joker down. No, I don't use manual radar control. I just use the basic look down controls. I mean, I do like cycle through my targets, right? So like I have a cycle target key, so I can cycle the targets in which I can lock. But I don't use the vertical, horizontal antenna elevation. I don't care that much about like the immersion aspect of that. I know it's like, I don't know, maybe it's better situationally, but it's just more shit for me to do and more keybinds, and I don't know, I prefer simplicity, which is really the whole reason why I play on mouse and keyboard to begin with. So it's kind of counterintuitive if I like really overcomplicate it. Just gonna notch this guy's Phoenix or Fakur or whatever this is. Okay, there it goes. That looks like 23mm GSHs from a Bison. It is. That was an enemy, almost TKing an enemy. That's hilarious. Got this F-14 here, though. Is he coming towards me? Looks like he's going away from me, but he's also really slow and maybe crashing? Oh no, he's dropping bombs. Crazy. Boom. Alright, I gotta find that bison. I don't think that's him. No, that's friendly. He might have gone in the canyon. Is that same F4? Very well could be. Let's see if I can catch him. Probably not.
A little more effort and victory will be ours. Somebody cover me.
Some debris flying through the air. From dogfights past, I guess. I don't know. That should be friendly. Yeah, that was the guy I was looking at earlier. I think him and I have the same idea. Does he still have his sparrows, though? I can't tell. Hello? Who is launching at me? He does have a sparrow. Gonna see if this guy... Yeah, that's to me, that's to me. Watch me get slapped out of the air by an F4S. That'd be embarrassing. Not sure what happened to my F-20. Way too far. Okay, is he closing in? No, he's going to the right. He is definitely turning in, though. Yeah, for sure. Kind of weird choice on his part. I mean, I know it's got a pretty good radar, but I don't know if I'd be in like contrail height in an F4 at 12.7. F-14s exist. Keen vision. For the crew? Are you talking about crew level, Colton? I think, okay, so there should be... Type out the... Because I don't know if there's one or two stats that imply spotting. If keen vision is the only stat that like implies that it helps with spotting, then yes, it does. But if there's like a spotting stat or something like that, awareness, I don't know, man. They name these shits so stupid. What's there should be one that that has a range, like a spotting range or a detection range or something like that. Whichever one that is should actually be the one that has like positive benefit effects. I couldn't tell you what the other ones do. Keen vision, visual range. So maybe that's the one you want. Let's let this F-14 go right by me. Yeah, so like, I don't know if you're familiar with like data link and how it works, but like, it's like modern day data link. If I have a radar system and it targets an enemy, F16. I don't know, man. Maybe it's a combination of both. I don't really know how they work, like hand in hand, Colton. Because so like what I was trying to say, the like radar data link. So like if I'm targeting this guy with my radar, it'll populate it for other jets via data link. Obviously modern day, not in game, but modern day, right? And that's kind of how the targeting system works in War Thunder. So like if I'm spotting this guy, it also increases the spotting range of friendlies around me. So if this guy is out of the spotting range for, say, somebody behind me who's like 20 kilometers, but I'm spotting him, it'll increase it. So he'll spot him from farther distance. Not just that, but your radar also does that as well. So I don't know how those go hand in hand and like how they actually work with each other. But maybe somebody smarter than me can explain it. Or I'm sure it's in like the, I don't know, there's probably a Reddit post about it. Yeah, Leo, I was actually talking about the Rafale earlier. That thing is so much fun to use. The lobbies are really full right now, and I don't know. Everybody's wanting to play that shit right now, so I figured I'd drop down to 12.7. Yeah, just basically upgrade everything. Yeah, literally. Just don't worry about like vitality, because if you get shot in the head with a 20 mil, you're gonna die no matter what your vitality stat is. No, Leo, you're good, man. You don't need to give me your account. I will try the Eurofighter when I unlock it. I'm working on unlocking it. Not right now, but I am working on unlocking it. I'd already gone down the Gripen line for Italy, so I'm still going to continue with that. I'm going to get the Gripen before the Christmas sale ends, and then I'm going to talisman the Gripen, just because I know how good the Gripen is. And then I should get the Eurofighter pretty quick. But dude, Leo? Why does F16A give you PTSD, dude? It's like, it is still like arguably one of the best planes in the game. Like for like dogfighting and like BFM stuff, it's still like I think top 4, top 3. Gotta sneak up on this Mirage 2000. This guy's probably gonna clap my cheeks. I'm gonna light him up, see if I can get him to fight me. Fight me, coward. No. I think he's out of range. Unless he turns in. Boring. Are you gonna fight? Or are you gonna keep running? He's gonna run. Boring. I got a bunch of guys behind me. MiG-29 Bison? Yeah, Bison. I might get clapped with a Phoenix here. Going up with this guy, we'll see. This guy wants to fight, so I'll fight him. I think that Phoenix was just like an old missile, so I'm just gonna go up with this guy. See what happens. I'm much better at high altitude than he is. Whether or not he has got more energy than me is kind of irrelevant when I'm in an F-16 and he's in a Bison. Got 309 rounds on my cannons. Yep, cooked. Don't go up. F4 off my left is firing a missile. Stop. I will extend from that. Hopefully that thing doesn't hit me in the ass. It shouldn't. Okay. 1 missile. 8 minutes fuel. I'ma catch you, he says. Okay, another MiG-29 off my front. Probably another Bison. I don't have many flares. I don't want to fight this guy and an F4, so I'm going to see if I can do this. Yep, perfect. Yep, that kills him. Okay, cool. Okay, back to base. No missile. 7 minutes fuel. Okay. Legend. I don't know how good that prop is. It's like the 6K one or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to look. But I mean, it's a premium, right? I mean, might as well take it. Like I told you earlier, like that's your gateway to Japan. That's how you're gonna get all that. I remember playing the MiG-29 against the F-16 when the F-16 and MiG-29 came out. I just got, oh yeah, yeah, Leo, and that's still true to this day. That's definitely still true to this day. Maybe not like the MiG-29G, like in flight performance, the MiG-29G is still gonna get shit on, but it's got R-73 gimmick with an HMS, so like it just having that makes it infinitely better, infinitely better. Like when I'm even in an F16A and I know I'm going against like a MiG-29G, like I still like pucker up and like lock the fuck in more so than I would against just a standard MiG-29. It's because I know those off-bar 73 shots are insane. Yeah, Matthew, this is mouse and keyboard gaming, brother. That's all we do here. Just mouse and keyboard, and we're doing pretty good. 11-1, not bad. I mean, it is 12-7 mixed lobby, so kind of a lot of F4s, so take this number with a grain of salt. Jesus. What's that guy doing? Oh, Legend, don't. I don't, dude. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know, dude. That's such a hard... Okay, so keep this in mind, Legend. So it's 12.7, right? And we just had 14.0 pop up. So, historically speaking, the brackets are going to change, okay? So we're probably going to lose 12.7 days. And it's probably going to give us 12.3 days and 13.3 days. 12.7 might still be around, but there's a possibility that it's going to go away with the new rotation. Historically, that's what happens. They haven't said they're going to, but historically, that's what happens. So I tend to disagree with Hoshinka. The F-20 in... And I mean, this is true with any plane. In the right hands is pretty good, right? Because at the end of the day, it's just an F5 with a cracked ass engine and better avionics and AIM-9Ls, 6 of them, right? It's no F16A, but it's still a pretty good plane, right? Like it's not bad, it's not the best, but it's still pretty good. But the big thing that I would say, like maybe just keep in mind is the brackets might change. So it might definitely lose its relevance. Like the Bison, right? I bought the Bison, and then like within a month the brackets changed, and we got BR decompression. So the 12.3 days were gone, and I was stuck flying the Bison against F-16s. Like that dude I just killed earlier, right? Like there's not a whole lot you can do. Matthew, what do you mean you need a tutorial, dude? Check out the page. I just released a tutorial last week or like the beginning of the week. It's got the Rafale on the front, like a black background. It's I forget exactly what the name is, but it's basically like mouse and keyboard guide to sim. Give it a watch, dude. It's a little long, but it should give you basically everything you need to get set up. Mouse and keyboard is a shit, man. The most accessible way to play sim, hands down. Not the best. Not the best. It is not the best. A joystick is still better. Hands down, still better. But mouse and keyboard is just infinitely more accessible for everybody. Yeah, so Hoshinka, A10, which one are you talking about? A10A or A10C? Because A10C, you don't even need to be in the right hands. That thing is just dumb. That thing is so busted. Oh, A10A, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong, in the right hands, right? Yeah, it's like arguably one of the best raid fighters in the game, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, no, you're right. Like I said, right? It applies to anything in the right hands. But I guess the reason why I say that is I play with Legend, and I know that he's at least better than like the average player. He knows what he's doing. He's been playing Sim for a little bit, so he might be able to get more out of it than some random dude that's never played Sim before. So, mainly directed just towards him. Oh, dude, a month. Welcome. Sim's the shit, dude. I don't know if you play Sim, but War Thunder's fun. But I got into War Thunder playing like ground RB. I never got into air RB really. I use it just to grind mainly, but War Thunder's a shit, man. It's such a fun game. There's so many different things you can do. Like you could go play ground battles in World War II or whatever in arcade, and then you can jump in your F16 and fly a sim match and feel like a Giga Chad. What up, Zoa? Yeah, Matt, for sure. Give it a watch, man. I mean, obviously I'm biased, but I highly recommend it. It's like it's a very condensed, like rudimentary knowledge dump that I've learned for the past 3 years of playing Sim on mouse and keyboard. But you said you're on leave, Matt. What, like from the military? Yeah. Oh, that thing was pulling all 30 Gs it had. When's the ground sim tutorial coming? Oh man, Legend and I actually played ground sim. It is actually pretty fun. I'll tell you that right now, especially if we do like World War II or Vietnam area. It's actually pretty fun. So we'll see. We'll see. Play realistic. Yeah, dude, I totally get it. Hoshinka, I totally get it. Sim is a lot to take in. It is a lot to take in regard to like in comparison to realistic. Like as simulators go, probably not so much. But when thinking about you're going from RB to Sim, yeah, it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in for sure. A lot to learn. Big learning curve. But it's so worth it, man. It's so much fun. It's a completely different game. Completely different game. Like similar gameplay loop, but it's just so much more enjoyable. Okay, I think this is the Bison in front of me. F14. That's a residual launch. Off my left. Okay, MiG-29. Probably Bison. I don't want to light him up with radar yet. He's running. F14 above me. MiG-29, or Bison's fast on the deck. Especially at this map. But he's turning in. So I should be able to get an off-bore-ish. Okay, yeah, that should connect. Definitely should. Yep. Okay, that F-14 behind me got killed. Or F4, whatever that was. F-14 off my rear left. Right there. Does he see me? If he sees me, I'm fucked. No, 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 he's going away. He's going away. He's going away. He's defending from something. Oh, what's that? Drop my tanks. F-14 looks like enemy, maybe. This gamer won a game. Let's go! Finally. Okay, so I know I was saying like how good the F-16 is, right? Keep in mind the F-14 is still absolutely a threat. One of the most fun planes to use in a dogfight. This guy might not be playing it super well, but don't take his example as fact. That was way more cannon than I needed. F-14 is absolute Giga Chad in a dogfight. Full wing sweep, 700, like 8 to 650 kilometer, or 800 to 650 kilometers an hour, and then landing flaps for anything below. Dude, such a fun plane to dogfight in. All right, let me fly over here and catch up to chat. What up, jet fighter? Welcome. Yeah, Leopold Arma is better for real. That's for sure. You ain't fooling me with that goofy ass name. What up, Broken? Hey, see ya, Matt. Thanks for coming around, man. I hope that helps. Okay. Lock in. Mirage 2000 off my nose. I think that's him off my front left. Just gonna stay low. He was locking me up earlier. I'm not gonna risk it. See what happens. He eats it. Yep. And I almost eat a tree, but that doesn't kill him. There he is, right there. I am gonna stick to guns on this one. Because I kind of want to stick around an A for a little bit, and I got a little bit of fuel, and I don't want to use all my missiles. Actually, I'm just going to finish him off with a missile. I still got 2. Oh, shit. Yep, see. That was stupid. Okay, so quick tip, hot tip. If you guys are chasing somebody, try and stay below them. Obvious reason, I can't look behind me and under me. I can look behind me and above me and at the same level and a little bit below, but staying behind him at this angle, he doesn't see me. He probably knows I'm there. Like he just flared a missile, right? He knows somebody's chasing him, but he doesn't. At least I could bank off the fact maybe he doesn't know and see how he's tilting in. He's looking for me. He's looking for me. He probably sees me now. Maybe not. I'm catching him. So that's all I care about. 7 minutes. Handedly catching him, actually. Stay below his nose so he doesn't see me. What the hell was that? What in the audio? Sorry, Trim. Okay, well, at least nobody's cabin A. I wasted all my fuel chasing him, but I'm gonna go RTB. Nobody escapes. What do you mean alt, Leopold? What do you mean alt? Okay, so when I started this channel like 2 years ago and I was making those stupid ass shorts, you were like my first subscriber, and I made a whole deal. I was like, who is this Minging Mobutu guy? And then I immediately put 2 and 2 together and you added yourself. Who out of our friend group would name their YouTube channel Minging Mobutu?
And victory will be ours.
I ain't making that shit up. I am not making that shit up. Well, Oshinka, I'm glad I could stimulate you a little bit. Oh, we still got a 1,000-point lead. Actually, we got more than we started with when I joined, which is good. Might, what do we got? Ground battle. I'm gonna grab some AGMs, some Mavericks. Try and speed this along a little bit. Yeah, RW, that's basically what this is, right? At least me returning to base. It's just RWR. Jet Fighter, this is War Thunder, man. This is War Thunder simulator mode. I know you would never guess it, right? That War Thunder can make an actually like halfway decent simulator. What keybind do you have dropping your extra fuel tanks? I have it as plus on my numpad. That's why you'll see me sometimes. I'll fat finger plus and I'll hit enter and you'll see my fucking chat pop up and I'll keep pressing the plus sign, then I'll accidentally send it. That's me furiously trying to dump my my extra fuel tanks. Did you play all the way to get the F16? Or there modules you can buy for yourself? Well, so difference between War Thunder and DCS is DCS just has planes, they call them modules, that you can buy. But this F16 I legitimately actually like grinded. I mean everything I have I've grinded out with premium planes, with premium time, right? Like I haven't grinded everything out with just tech tree stuff. I did most of America with just tech tree, but yeah, I mean I didn't buy this. I didn't buy this jet with like Golden Eagles or premium currency, like both of these. Just grinded them out. Just play War Thunder. I just played a lot. Let me land and then I'll get back. I'm just gonna belly land faster. Oh, brother. Maybe I shouldn't have. Why don't you use the radar? Also, your aim looks so smooth. Like it seems you can do a clean circle like an ARB, and for me in Sim, I can only do up, down, left, right with the mouse. Okay, so first question. Radar off. I run radar off quite a bit because I don't want to let everybody know where I'm at, right? Why would I run radar off or radar on if my jet only has IR guided missiles? So it's beneficial to me to run radar off until I need it, so I'm not alerting the enemy to where I'm at all the time. But as far as controls, man, it's just, I don't know, practice a little bit, and I use relative controls. That guide kind of goes over it But these are my sensitivity settings, 174/43. And I don't know, I've just kind of gotten my mouse input down to where it's smooth. But like a lot of those full pulls you're looking at was me running like just pressing W and S. What did I say I was gonna do? AGMs.
Victory is close.
Could do AGMs and I could get a base maybe. Oh, this match is already almost over. We'll just call this match here. Since I fucking crashed. My team can clutch it up. I think I've helped them out enough. Yeah, ID probably wouldn't have done that. All right. Let's see what top tier looks like. I don't want to play Denmark. Everybody fucking plays Denmark. Rocky Canyon. Ooh, fresh. Yeah, this one for sure. Yeah, for sure this one. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab some water. Be back in like 5 minutes. Okie doke. Let me tell you, for all you first world ladies and gentlemen out there, SodaStream, it's got to be one of the coolest inventions ever. Crushed grape soda for like sugar-free crushed grape soda that tastes good for like 20 cents a serving. I'll take it. Okay, let's see what we are up against. Two guys. I don't know why I have two of the same exact loadout. Like maybe I meant to take one without the pod. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an idiot. Probably that. All right. Yeah, don't worry, Colton. The second I said 5 minutes and then took my headphones off, I thought to myself, I was like, what a stupid fucking thing to say. Who takes 5 minutes to get water? Like I'm walking down to the store or something. Now, 6-hour Hoy match. Why even play, right? If it's only going to be 6 hours. Yeah, Hashinka, SodaStream is a shit, man. You gotta, if you used to have one of those, you gotta get it back. Yeah, Vlatrix. So, like, obviously, if it's something that you're just inherently new to begin with, kind of getting the fine, smooth controls down like this is my mouse. It'll take. It's not gonna take long to get used to, but it's gonna take a little bit of time, right? Just like anything, you're trying something out new for the first time, or you're dipping your toes back into it, or whatever the case may be. It'll just take a little bit of time. Time and setting refinement, probably. Like I think I say it like 10 different times in the video. Like, don't take what I have for like the gospel. Like, use it as a foundation and then kind of build your own controls off of it. Everybody's got different setups, so you never know. Yeah, I don't know, man. Hushinka Crush makes their like 24 serving little bottles, and I could buy them at the store for like, I think like $2.30. And if one SodaStream cup is like what, 0.9 liters, that's 2 servings, so like 440 cents for a bottle of pretty yummy, delicious grape soda. I don't know. It's also just infinitely more convenient, I guess, for me. Maybe. I don't know. I like it. So these are the hammers which I'm using. Look at these bad boys. These things are so cool. Those are bombs. They're just so... Those things are so sick. It's like one of the coolest munitions in the game. Just look at these things go, man. And they start arcing down. It's like raining hellfire. Hammer is such a fitting name for those things, man. They're so cool. This plane is just so sick, man. Even when I get the Eurofighter, I'm still probably just gonna play this thing, man. Like, who gives a shit about brimstones when you can do that? And then I can go run around with my IFF HMD with micas and just completely cook lobbies. Yeah, don't get me wrong, dude. I don't think I would consider SodaStream to be like homemade soda. It's not like I'm making the syrups and like bottling my own CO2. Zoa, you'll never get to see any bottom tier sim prop gameplay. If you want to see that, you can play it yourself. But you gotta actually play sim first, Zoa. Still gotta get you into sim. Okay, so these are AI. And these things fly at like Mach 2. This plane can't even go Mach 2. So let's see if these. Yeah, see, like when you hit the AI, no matter how many missiles you launch, it just goes for the same plane every time. More AI. Bombers E5. Those are the guys I just passed. Yeah. Destroy attackers D2. If I wasn't playing things, I'd be dead. Yeah, probably. Merrick. Okay, so yes, the triangle radar shape is for close range targets, like this guy up here. Or actually, I think that's a missile I'm looking at. So for close range targets, it is definitely harder to use. I just much prefer the direct visual representation that it gives me on how angled I am to my opponent. Like exactly. I really like to know from where I am to where the enemy is, what angle that would be, right? And the angled radar screen just does that so much better than the rectangle, because the rectangle, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think is going to be the same size and same shape for every plane, no matter the degree of radar angle. Where if you use the angled version, it actually depicts the difference in radar angles for the planes, right? So this has a maximum of like, actually I don't know what it is off the top of my head. It's like 100, or not 100, but like 73 degrees both sides, something like that. Anyways, that's why I prefer it. Man, this is what happens when France plays Blue 4. Turns into a snooze fest. Pretty sure these are AI. Something tells me I'm not going to find many players right now. They are rightfully hiding with radar off. I would be too if this was the team I was up against. I only had 2 players. This guy's 1 and 3. That's so unfortunate. So unfortunate. Is it an F-15? Yeah, it is. Okay. Trust me, Hoshinka, this plane's great, but boy, is it like quote unquote slow. At least for its top end. Its top end is not great. Its thrust is ridiculous. But yeah, you'll definitely still hit Mach 2 in a dive. You just won't come out of it alive. This guy's just bombing. Man. Oh. Ah, teammate. Yeah, for like those that don't know, like the F16 that I was playing earlier, right, doesn't have an HMD. And I was talking about like how spoiled I am flying this plane. I get so used to it. Like, I could just look at that dude and he's a friendly. And that number sticks with him, 358. So like if I'm flying around, right, and somebody starts calling for help and it's that guy, I could just be like, oh yeah, it's whatever his name is, 358. That's him, he's calling for help. Go follow circle 358. Okay, well this is a snooze fest. I'm gonna go RTB and find a more exciting match. So I don't want to just kill AI. I want to get some dogfights. I want to do some cool off-board Micah shots and show just how fucking broken this plane is. Because, like, yeah, sure, the ASA radar is not modeled, whatever. Like, it's just a fast mechanical radar. Like, who cares? This thing is still the best radar in the game right now. Like, you still have the best radar. Like, it might not be perfectly modeled to how it is in real life, but they'll get there eventually. For now, you know, you just have to settle with the best radar in the game. You know, oh no, what will we ever do? Okay. Lead some speed. I won't belly lane this time. We all saw what happened that last time. These things' brakes suck, though. Actually, might be coming in a little hot for this. We'll see if I run out of runway or not. If I do, I'm just gonna break my gear and pray for the best. This thing's gun sounds so good. Listen to this. That's a single cannon. That's just one. That's one 30 mil cannon out of here. This thing is such a Giga Chad plane. Yeah, I got my air brake on. There goes the runway. Ooh. Just a little bit of damage. Yeah, so look, this is the air brake, Kashinka. So when I press H, see the flaperons? See how they kind of like they're kind of freaking out, but if I press the air brake, they like counteract each other. They cancel each other out, but they obviously add an immense amount of drag. That's how they work. I don't know if that's how they work in real life, but who gives a shit? They work. They weren't gonna give this thing an air brake. They straight up said Rafale not getting an air brake because it doesn't have a physical air brake, but they did this instead, which I'm all about it. It's not great. It's like probably one of the worst air brakes in the game, but it works a little bit and it looks cool. One last check. Yeah, no, we're not sticking around here. Yeah, it's definitely not the most efficient. But like I said, the plane doesn't have an air brake. Like, it doesn't have a built-in air brake like the F-15 does, or like the F-16, or really any planes, right? Like the F-16's got the air brake here, and the F-15's got the air brake on its back. Same thing with like the Su-27. It's got its big ass air brake right here. But for whatever reason, the French, I guess government, I don't know what Dassault, if it's government or not, but Dassault didn't put one in. They figured they could just accomplish it with the wings, I guess. I don't know. I think in real life, the canards do something. Somebody told me, and I don't believe this personally. I feel like they would break off. Somebody told me that the canards go like 90 degrees vertical and act as literal air brakes. I feel like that is so illogical because you would lose so much lift, and like they're there for a reason. I don't know. I don't think that's true personally. They might like flip maybe. I don't know. Anyways, new match. Something more exciting. Preferably on red 4. Ooh. That's a possibility. Was it Polly? It is. No. Small map. Port Moresby. Ooh, this does not look fun. This is a small map, 11v11. It's this might be something. We'll see. We'll try it out. I much prefer the bigger maps, at least for top tier. Oh no, you're good, man. I was switched out for the raffle. I should have changed that. That's okay. Convoy. You know, I'm just gonna fly air superiority. See if I can find a fight. Find something to excite me. 0 fighters. Oh man. Let me tell you, Blue 4 has never been more cooked. Eurofighters and Rafales basically just dominate these lobbies. Eurofighter is better at BVR than the F-15E. It's got the best flight model in the game. The Rafale has the best avionics in the game. It's got micas. Just everything about these do everything better than these. Kizv, what up, man? No, I don't have any of the Eurofighters. I'm working on the Italian one right now. I'm going to be getting the Gripen here shortly, and then I'm going to talisman it since we got the 50% off, and I don't have a Gripen yet. And the Gripen is still like one of the best planes in the game, so I'm going to fly that around and completely dunk on people in the Gripen. And then I'll use the talisman on the Gripen to effectively and efficiently grind out the rest of my bit on the left side of my Italian tree. So I'll get it then. It'll be a little bit, like 2 weeks. I would say probably 2 weeks. It's probably a good estimate. Yeah, Hashinka, there's I gotta say, man, I don't think it's real. I don't think that's actually how they work. Because these things are like critical to the flight performance of this plane. If you take these off, this thing just doesn't fly right. Like they are like crucial to the lift generation. Like your center of lift on this plane would be so much farther back. It would not fly well. But yeah, like maybe if you're going really slow, right? Maybe if you turn your air brake on at like maybe like a couple 100 kilometers an hour, then maybe a full 90-degree like vertical thing would make sense. I don't know. Maybe not. Okay. Let's lock in here real quick. So I got a Eurofighter off my front right and a Eurofighter on my F-15 off my front left. This guy's pinging me pretty quick, so I think he's got me locked up. Or he's got me in TWS at least. Let's see if I can find him. Oh, he's above me. Okay. He launched. Let's see what he does. We don't need to defend right away. Okay, he's defending left. I'm gonna launch on him. Start my defense. And cut in this way. He's gonna run off to the left. He's probably going pretty quick. He's going to be much better at this than I am. I think he's playing it pretty smart as far as distance goes. Yeah, he's just running. Snooze fest. One Micah gone. Let's go see if this F-16 wants to play. I got to pay attention though. I'm getting closed in by those Eurofighter and F-15. Where are you at, brother? Are you in the clouds? Where are you? Okay, I'm not getting anything. So I am just gonna defend right away. In fact, I'm gonna drop 2 tanks for this. See where this missile comes out from. It's not gonna show up. Okay, that's fine. He's going to aim 9M me in the ass, so I need to give him a head-on approach so I can pre-flare. But that's going to give me a really bad position for aim 120. He's still in front of me somewhere. He just passed me. Man, I did not see that guy once. HMD. Micah. Radar off. Boom. That's how you do it. That's where this plane excels, man. Stay alive, and you basically win. Unless they have a brain. Like, going up was not the move. Was not the move. Okay, so there was like a Eurofighter and an F-15 over here. They were making their way towards me. I don't know if like friendlies or somebody engaged them or what. But I don't get them on RWR anymore. Okay, that's somebody. I still got a tank and a full fuselage worth of fuel. So I got enough. I got a little bit of room to chase this guy. I'll lock him up in IRST. Actually, he is defending towards me, which is super beneficial. I think that hits. Really don't think he beats that. Yeah. Wonder if that was the guy from earlier. Probably was, right? He was in the cons as well. That's the danger of running in the cons. You might be the best BVR fighter in the game, but if you're defending like that, you're in a really bad position. And if anybody's below you and paying attention, they can capitalize on it in a matter of seconds. So, I mean, BVR is cool and all. That's why I don't play it. Because people can just look up and be like, oh, wow, somebody's there. Especially in this plane where it caps out at like Mach 1.8. Where that plane in the F-15 can cap out at Mach 2. Who knows? They could catch me in a heartbeat. And I would rather they don't. So I'll play like a rat instead. That is an enemy who just rendered in his contrail from across the map. Oh man, the spotting system in this game is so shit. I think that's an AI. Yes, AI. Look at that snail trail. It's gone now, but okay, so I got what? 4 Micas and a Magic 2 left with 16 minutes of fuel. Ooh, I'm pretty low on chaff though, and I'm kind of going in their territory. I'm gonna turn around and see if I can find the F-16 or F-15 kind of closer here while I make my way back to base. 28 chaff is a lot, but these are double pump. Double burst, whatever you want to call it. So it drops 2 at a time. So 28 actually means what? 19? No, not 19. What the hell would 28 be? 14. I'm such an idiot. Holy shit. F-15 radar off, running from a friendly. And I think he's gonna kill him. But we'll help him out. Sorry, brother. I don't know if you were gonna catch him or not, but okay. And here is the F-16. I think this is him at least, because there was an F-16 over here somewhere. I got him for a second. I think he is behind that little ridge line. He was going right, so he might pop out from here maybe. We'll see. Turn my radar wide, see if I can get him. Yeah, absolutely, dude. I don't know. BVR is... It is what it is, man. It's not the most exciting gameplay. That's why I don't... That's why I try and stay away from it if I can, but it's such a necessity up here in top tier. If you don't BVR, you're dead. So, kind of got to use your tools to the best of your abilities, and like that F-16, right? And when you can, try and encourage the merge. Like he merged, but he just didn't do a super great job at it. RTB. Are there any ground battles up? No, just that convoy. It's because we're not capping the point. Everybody's just trying to kill each other. 5-1. Gamer. Looks like it. Japan main. That's pretty Chad. Wonder if he's in the JM. Does he have the JM? He does. He's probably in the JM. Arisa Mitaka. Who would have guessed? Somebody with probably a Japanese name, mains Japan. Arisa Mitaka.
Keep it up and victory will be ours.
Typhoon. All right. I stand corrected. Maybe they just use this to grind out. That's crazy. So is it stock then? No. Maybe. No, it's not stock. To each their own, I guess. I don't know. You look at my card, you probably can't tell what I play. Like everything. Almost everything. Man, I wish Dassault had a French Betty. It feels so weird flying this plane and listening to the English US Betty in my ear. It'd be so much cooler if she was yelling at me in French. Cause like the J10, the Chinese Betty, she's so soothing. She's got a nice voice. That was a little rough. Maybe we'll play the J10 someday. Enough of the Rafale shit. Not that I can really get enough of it. Oh, boy. Hi, bees. We're off again. These guys really are not doing that great. This guy's not doing bad. 3 and 8's crazy. Maybe he might be stock. If he's bombing, he's probably grinding out his modules. Oh, he's just new to sim in general. Gotcha. No worries. Good for him for trying it out. Top tier is would not recommend you fly top tier when you're trying out sim for the first time or the first couple of times, even the first couple dozen times. Nah, I recommend it. All right, so I got 4 targets on my radar, and one of them looks to be fighting a friendly. That guy is probably getting his ass beat and is screaming for help right now because all 3 of those radar signatures are running right towards it. That's a friendly. So what if maybe I help this guy out? I don't want to accidentally TK. We're gonna try it. I'm gonna try and force these 2 guys to go defensive. So I'm gonna launch on them early. And I'm going to see if I can force them to go defensive. Hopefully, these missiles do what I want them to do, and they stick with their targets. I'm going to keep my data link on, or I'm going to keep my radar on, so they can keep feeding those missiles information, and hopefully they don't go for the wrong targets. Let me turn my search distance down. F16. We'll launch on this guy too. Okay, so obviously those didn't hit. Launch 2 more. Oh, down to 3 missiles already. I think my teammate died. Okay, that's 1. Drop 2 tanks. Okay, that's 2. There's a 3rd. Should be at least. Yep. Off my left. Close. No eyes. I'm probably blind. Yep, I see him. Maybe? Brother. F15 close. Okay, there's F16. I am really not playing this well. Drop my last tank. Hopefully this radar missile doesn't hit me in the face. Keep chaffing. I'm trying to figure out where this F16 went. He's dead. Okay, another missile. Chaff. Oh, I'm cooked. Oh, I'm so cooked. Oh, I'm not cooked. Holy shit. AIM-9M. Nope. Come on, Michael. Get him. Get him, my boy. No way! Okay, good. Holy. What a shit show, man. That's why I don't recommend you play top tier. Because it divulges into that. You don't know what the fuck's going on. People are launching missiles at you from like a mile away. You gotta like defend 2 different guys, and they're coming at you from different angles, and they both have AIM-9Ms, and if you turn your fucking afterburners on, they're gonna fucking shoot you, and it's just... Oh, it's a shit show. Hey, Broken, good for you, man. Big money. Let's see if I can find it. I did a RB match earlier with the F104. It was like crazy. Just wait till you see these numbers. Okay. Maybe not. Never mind. It was like 770 something K SL and like 89K RP from one RB match. It was crazy. Yeah, that's why I was talking about earlier that like I'm not a huge fan of BVR, right? Because it's relatively simple. You play to the advantage of your missile, so like U.S. planes that I'm facing that have AIM-120s, they can outrange my missiles, so like they're gonna play to that strength if they're smart. They'll launch on me early, so I have to defend early. My missiles aren't very good at long range; they're good at close range. So if I can lure them in and then shoot off bore and then immediately defend, that's where I shine. So like it's just very cut and dry. But like if you can be able to do like what just happened, right? Be able to fight 2 different planes at the same exact time. Granted, one of them got third-partied, and still be able to defend and know which angles to pull into and where to go and like what to do. It's just, I don't know. It's stressful and it's a shit show. But it's just so much more entertaining. It's just so much more enjoyable. And then once you survive, it kind of like get that breath of fresh air. Okay, that missile should be gone. Should blow right past me. I want to see if I can find this F-16 just to be safe. I'm going to multipath a little bit. Yeah, okay, we're good. Okay, that conjure up there is enemy. Probably that F-15. I don't know where the F-16 went. He probably got shot at from somebody and had to defend. Okay, this guy's close. I'm just gonna launch on him now. And then get him in, no, he's cooked. Yeah, he's cooked. Maybe? Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, there's no way you get out of that. Roland's not gonna help there. Yeah, see, like right there, right? Like, I don't know. Yay. He was close. I shot misled him. No escape zone, something, something. I'm gonna go see if I can find the guy in A. That's why I like the F16. Ooh, he's right in front of me. Did he just pass me? I just heard him. Yeah, he's right there. Okay, I'm going too fast. I got one mic to left. I don't think he knows where I went. He went behind these hills. There he is. He just went up there. There he is right there. Oh, it's a 2v1. Unfortunate for this guy. Thrust vectoring, come on. Ah, that was a little hopeful on my part. Magic. I'm fucking dumb. Okay, well that was my last missile. That was really stupid. And I am horrible with these guns. Horrible. You're about to see just how bad I am with these. Well, that's granted if I get a gunshot on him. Which I probably should. I should be able to here. He definitely lost me. He lost eyes on me, which is good. He doesn't know I'm... At least I don't think he knows I'm behind him. He's running afterburner. What? Oh, God, no. Okay, 5 minutes fuel, and there's another F-16 showing up. That's not him. Okay, well, I don't know where that other F-16 is. I'm gonna go RTB. So unfortunate. I wanted to gun that guy. That's okay. That's what I get. No, that's what I get for wasting those missiles. I should have known he was gonna duck behind the cover and the missile was gonna go right into the hill. Should have just saved it. Not gotten greedy. $62,000 SL per DD? Are you saying per destroyer? Like per destroyer boat you destroyed, you got 62K SL? Tell me I'm off my rocker, because that would be crazy. Did you have a booster or something? Is that like premium boat with premium account with 500% booster? Yeah, okay, good. I was gonna say, dude, there's no way that's how it's supposed to be. No fucking way. Yeah, Hubba, I'm glad it helped, man. I'm glad the video helped. That's the whole purpose of it. Well, I mean, I want to grow my channel, but the main purpose is to literally just get people into the sim community that would think otherwise of joining it because they don't have, you know, like the stick and throttle, or they don't have head tracking or VR or whatever, right? Like I say in the video, even most people who play this game are on PC, so I'm just going to generalize here. If you have this game, you're probably on PC. You have to have a mouse and keyboard to use a computer. So that's something everybody has. It's just infinitely more accessible. So the more people that we can help out that are maybe interested in sim, or maybe have never even thought of it because they think like they need all this gear and equipment, that they've just never touched it, when you can not have to worry about that and you can just play mouse and keyboard instead and still play well. Like that's the point of the video, right? That's to get people into it and be like, oh shit, maybe my mouse and keyboard is maybe I will get back, or maybe I will try sim or whatever. That's the point of it, and that's the goal. I hope that's what gets achieved from it. Okay, so how about, I mean, you are gonna get dogged by a HOTAS gamer in a fair fight where it's very even and you guys have even approaches and you're in the same planes or whatever. If that guy has been playing sim and is using a HOTAS and is good at the game, you're probably not going to win. I don't beat him. There's plenty of guys out there that would absolutely cook me in a dogfight just because they use some sort of joystick input. It's just infinitely more competitive. It's way better. It's way more efficient. But again, you got to remember, don't let that discourage you. You got to remember that is not the majority of players. That is not the majority of players in sim. The majority of players are just, I don't want to sound douchey, but are just like your average guys, average players that maybe they have stick, but they're not super great, or maybe they're mouse and keyboard, maybe they're controller. You know what I mean? Like that's not the average sim player isn't the duelist Chad that micros his AOA to peak efficiency to his plane and reads all the charts and all this shit. Like that's not the average player of sim. It's not. There are people out there for sure that do that. There's plenty of them out there that do that, and they're some of the best players in the game. And if you run into them, you're cooked. But again, it's not the majority. I mean, you see me, right? Granted, literally like the best plane in the game. Grain of salt, right? But I've gotten in a few hairy situations this match, right? And I'm mouse and keyboard. And granted, I had some help from teammates. But, oh, Squish was in here. Feet picks. That's funny. He's one of the Giga Chads I was talking about. This guy's really, really good. Probably one of the better sim players out there, actually. But anyways, mouse and keyboard is totally usable. Totally usable. If this guy's on the other team, right, and I go against him, he's probably going to kill me. I'll probably lose that fight. But it is what it is. Yeah, Kiz. Yeah, simply. Yeah, like that dude. Like he's arguably, I mean, maybe not even arguably, like he's probably just hands down the best SU-27 player in sim, right? That dude is going to fuck you up every single time, unless you get the jump on him somehow, right? It's just not gonna happen. Even if you had a mouse, or even if you had a HOTAS, like there's always gonna be somebody better than you out there. It's not that big of a deal, right? If you get good at the game and you play regularly, then they are the minority. What is the best rank 7 grinder for USSR? Is the MiG-21 BIS good to grind out rank 8? I would have to look at the tree to know what all the rank 7s are off the top of my head. I would imagine probably MiG-23s, SU-17s, SU-22s, SU-25s, and MiG-21s. I'm trying to think what would be on the left. Okay, so Ant, are you new to sim, or are you just asking like what would be good in general? Have you played sim before, Ant? Oh, you love playing sim. Okay, so if you are familiar with sim, and I guess you would consider yourself maybe like above average or just even average in your experience with it, and you know how to like you've got your control set up, I would say the MiG-23. The reason why I say that is in the hands of an experienced player or somebody who knows what they're doing and can get past the lack of situational awareness, MiG-23 is a phenomenal plane. It's still got an incredible flight model. I think this guy died. Maybe not. And it's still a very good plane. Its flight model is still really, really, really good. Really good. And I'm not just saying that. It is actually really good. Okay, got him. Alright, I think I just stole that kill. Sorry, buddy. But yeah, I would say MiG-23. I'm not sure. I think somebody said MLD. Yeah, MLD is probably a good choice. Probably, yeah. And then MiG-29 or Yak-141. Yeah. On that with MiG-23, if you know how to micro and 1 sec, stand by. 15 close, just past me. Stick around. I got a tip for you as far as MiG-23 goes. Just let me figure out where this 15 went. Don't think he's behind me. I don't think he's aware he just passed enemies. As I say that, I probably will get an AIM-9 in my ass. Okay, I don't know where this guy went. Okay, so what I was saying is your wing sweep is going to be critical for playing the MiG-23 well. That's going to be critical. Knowing how to use your wing sweep and getting those keybinds set up are critical for the MiG-23. Probably the single most important part of flying that plane is going to be wing sweep. So if you don't already know how to use that, figure it out and play around with it in test flight. Get your keybinds set up to where they work well. And then basically if you merge, just pull your wings out. Pull your wings out and basically profit. Fly it like the F14 if you've used that before. Similar at least. Not quite the exact same, but... Oh, cool. Perfect, man. Then, yeah. Just, okay, one more word of advice. Don't fly with your fucking cockpit open. I get the MiG-23 has a shitty cockpit. I used it. That was one of the planes I learned sim on, right? Let's see. Battles. MiG-23 ML. 55 matches. Not a single match did I ever open up my cockpit and fly with cockpit open. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Just embrace it, man. The plane is not the best in the world. The cockpit sucks. Do not fly with your cockpit open. Don't be that guy. You would think, Hoshinka, you would think, man. But no, not in game. It's infuriating. It's if you pair that with sound mods, which are actually allowed, it's one of the most broken things in the game. You can hear missiles from probably 2 kilometers away. What up, buddy? Yeah, man, it is one of the best planes to fly with cockpit open, but flying with cockpit open is just exploiting the game. It's just, I get it, the cockpit sucks, but like, it doesn't matter. Like it's just exploiting the game. Like, the flying with your cockpit open is considered a feature by Gaijin, and the reason why they consider it a feature is because that was a tactic actually used by World War II pilots. But guess what World War II pilots didn't do? They didn't go Mach 1.2 on the deck. Flying Mach 1.2 on the deck with your cockpit open would, like Hoshinka said, would fuck you up. It's just an exploit. That's all it is, pure and simple. No matter how people justify it, it is just an exploit, pure and simple. It's just what it is. It's a crutch. Yeah, and I get it, it's a game, not real life. But, like, I mean, okay, so cool. Let's apply that logic to everything else, right? It's not a game, or it's just a game. It's not real life. So when I'm in a dogfight, right, and I'm losing, what if I just J out, right, and deny you the kill? It's just a game, right? It's not real life. What if I just nosedive into the ground? Like, what if I just leave the lobby because I'm losing a dogfight? Because I need to use an exploit to either give myself an advantage or deny you of an advantage. Flying with your cockpit open it is an exploit. It is an exploit. You're exploiting the game to give yourself an advantage that realistically shouldn't be there. Just because it's allowed theoretically in one situation does not necessarily mean it should be in the other. Gaijin should, they have implemented something, right? So if I fly with my cockpit open now, I'm not using sound mods, but if I fly with my cockpit open now, right, they increase the wind noise, so it is definitely much better than it was before. It definitely still doesn't give you as much of an advantage of it as it did, but flying with your cockpit open paired with sound mods that change this way the sound works with your game, which is allowed. It is technically allowed. Sound mods are allowed. It's ridiculous. I tried it for like 2 matches, and I could legitimately hear missiles probably 2+ kilometers behind me being launched at me. It's ridiculous. It's not conducive to a healthy community. Yeah, I understand why people open it, right? They don't care. That's like the #1 cope I hear from people who run cockpit open. Oh, I'm only using it for situational awareness so I can see. I don't care about the being able to hear everything better. Okay, but that's still there. You're still actively benefiting from that, right? It's still actively there. It's a benefit that you, just because you say, like, just because you use it one way, right, it does not completely negate the byproduct of how you intend it to be used. They didn't fix it. So they increased the wind noise, but you can still hear better than if you were to. Okay, so let me find out a good way to word this. You hear worse overall when you have your cockpit open, right? But you hear everything else still better. So you still hear jets flying by you better. You still hear missiles whizzing by you better. You hear missiles approaching you better. So the background noise is much louder, but so is everything else. So as long as you have a couple brain cells and you can kind of siphon out the difference between a missile and just air passing through your cockpit or a jet, it's pretty easy. Yeah, Hashinka, arcade sucks, man. I mean, obviously it's my opinion, right? People love arcade. It's not my cup of tea. I don't enjoy it at all. I know other people do. More power to them. But yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I like the gameplay loop of it personally. I think that's like something Sim really benefits from. Is it has okay, don't quote me on this, right? I'm just saying this as a generalization. It has a similar gameplay loop to arcade in the aspect in which you can take more than one plane out, right? I can continuously take these planes out until the match ends. In arcade, you can play more than one plane, right? So I like that aspect of arcade, but the gameplay is, I mean, it is what it is, right? It's just a completely different game, basically. So but again, that's one of the great things about War Thunder. Is there's so many different ways to play it, and there's so many different things to do. It's just the accessibility is off the charts for people. Oh, Hoshinka, let me tell you, man. Let me tell you. Once you start feeling confident enough to do sim, you're never going to look back to realistic. You're cooked. You're done, man. You're in it forever. You're stuck here. You're never going back. Only time I ever play RB is to mindlessly launch my premium F104 at bases so I can grind up my Eurofighter. That's it. I can do that for like maybe an hour max, and then I just lose my mind. I just can't do it anymore. Yeah, man, do it. Hook that shit up. And let me say, you don't need to use a HOTAS. You could just play a mouse and keyboard. But if you got it and that's what you're used to, then yeah, totally go for it. I respect it. I don't hate on anybody that uses HOTAS. I don't hate on anybody that uses a controller. Whatever makes you happy, whatever works. Kiz, I don't know. I don't know how you change the voice language. I didn't know you could actually. Okay, so stand by. I gotta lock in for a second. F16 and F15 front. This guy's chaffing like a madman. No eyes on the F15, just the F16. Okay, F15 off my left. And F16 close with a teammate closing in. He's gonna go behind the hills. I'm gonna turn my radar off. And he's cooked. Go see if I can find this F15 close. I think that's him right there. Yeah, that's him right there. Where'd he go? There he is. It's gotta be him, right? Come on, radar. Whatever. I know it's an enemy. Yep. Okay. Okay. Dude, I don't even know how to pronounce that guy's name. I love his content though. Everybody just calls him the vowel guy, because his name is just a bunch of vowels. I'm not even gonna pretend to know how to pronounce it. I'm not even gonna try. But yeah, his shit's funny. And he's been making a lot more content too recently. I don't know, maybe I wasn't watching his stuff before, and maybe I'm just now seeing it pop up in my feed. But yeah, his stuff is cool, man. His stuff is great. He's a great. I think he's a phenomenal like representative of arcade, of like the arcade. He's like the arcade community guy. Like he's like the only one that I know of. Like he's it. And I'm fine with it. I love his personality. His content's funny. Anything that makes me laugh and still actually watch genuinely good gameplay, I think that's kind of like what I look for if I'm picking and choosing War Thunder content. Something that'll make me laugh, and then also be like, damn, this guy's pretty good. We definitely have this match in the bag. I don't think it's even going to be close. I don't even know why I'm RTB right now. Like, I'm not, what am I doing? It's just I'm so used to flying like the F16 that gets 6 missiles. I know I only have 2 more on this thing, but like, I don't know. I'm so used to just like getting in an engagement. I'm like, all right, time to RTB and go rearm. But this thing's got so much longevity to it. I've still got like full fuel too. What am I doing? Oh, hey, so for everybody watching the stream, I asked this last night, or whatever night I was streaming before for the first time. And there was like 2 people in there, so nobody responded. So music. I know War Thunder Sim is not always the most exciting thing to watch, and I can only talk so much. So, background music, thoughts, quiet background music, like synthwave, like just something like very, like not crazy intense, something calm, relaxing, not relaxing, but not you know what I mean, like nothing crazy. Give me your thoughts. W. Cool. I got a good DMCA free untrademarked synthwave playlist that I can pop in the stream. I'm not gonna probably do it today. This will probably be a next stream thing. Obviously, we're already like 2 hours in. Oh, no way I got that guy. That was such a long shot. Holy. He must have been really slow. I mean, it was an F15E too. Like, I literally just launched it so I could force him to go defensive. That was it. I did not expect that to hit. Holy. Vaporwave, yeah, something along the synthwave vaporwave kind of style theme. You know, that like soft techno wave style. Oh, I see what you're saying. Match the theme. I see. Yeah, it's a good idea, dude. Yeah, yeah, Valtrix, it wouldn't be loud. It wouldn't be loud at all. It would literally just be like background music, like very soft, like maybe even quieter than the engine noise that you hear from my jet, right? It would just be something to just kind of tap your toes to a little bit. Not some like crazy rager mosh pit. And I actually will probably find a way to just run it on stream so I don't hear it. Because when I get into merges and whatnot, if I'm listening to music, I usually pause it so I can lock in, you know. And I don't want to pause it for you guys if you're enjoying it. So I'll figure it out. Probably for the next stream, I'll figure out a way to do it right. This is still literally only my second stream ever. So I got a bunch of stuff to figure out. I think I got the audio finally set and tweaked to how I want it. Yeah, maybe. I'll tell you what, though, it'll be a cold day in hell when you see me streaming props, brother. That is one thing mouse and keyboard does not do well, is props. No, sir. Not with relative controls. Probably the oldest planes you'll see me play is like F84, probably. Yeah, dude, Rafale looks so good. It's such a sexy plane. Even the inside. Like, look at that. That is such a cool throttle. That is such a cool throttle. It's just a mirrored version, almost a mirrored version of the stick. Like, it's so cool. Such a cool looking plane. That's enemy. I think that's the F-15 I was looking for. There he is, close. Is he turning into me? If he does, I got a Michael with his name on it. You know what? I'm just gonna get in close here and hit him with the Magic 2. Not get too fancy. Let's get a little closer. Should be well within range at this altitude. F-16, okay. Again, like I was saying earlier, man, that's the dangers of BVR. Like, that's why I don't play it, is because it just takes one dude to look up and be like, oh, well, hey, look, there's an enemy. And especially against the Rafale, because I can look at you and tell what you are, whether you're an enemy or not, without having to give my position away with radar. I can look at you, just look at you and be like, okay, that's an enemy. I don't have to light you up with my radar and be like, give it a second. Okay, it's an enemy, turn my radar off and hope you didn't see it on your RWR. A little ratty, but it works. Yeah, that's what I'm using is OBS. So I know there's a way to do that. I just want to get it to at least maybe try and see if there's a way I can do it to where I don't hear it as well is gonna be the thing. I gotta figure that out to where it's just a stream. And is this I don't think I'm looking at their airfield. I don't want to camp these guys off their airfield if I am. I'm surprised I don't have them on radar, though. Which means they're probably not moving, which means they're probably on their airfield, so I am not going to be that guy. I'm going to go pull away and let them live to fight another day. Fuck you, ID. Where's your Rafale? Yeah, I gotta figure out the... Yep. Yeah, it definitely works. It works. People hate it, but it works. Do you think the F-16 should get its AIM-9Ms? Which F-16, man? Because there's plenty of F-16s with AIM-9Ms. Which one are you talking about? .420, blaze it, baby. F-16A. I don't think the F-16A got AIM-9Ms. F-16A was like the production model, like the Block 10, like the Block 10, the 12.7 Block 10 in the US tree. I don't know if... I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I might be... I'm not super familiar with it. I don't think it got AIM-9Ms. IRL, at least. Maybe like the Block 15. Well, I guess the Belgium one did. I guess to answer your question, man, no. No, I don't. And the reason why is... 12.7 is such a fun bracket to play, and the F-16A, to be able to fly literally one of the best planes in the game as far as flight model goes, to be able to fly that thing in 12.7 is so much fun. It is so much fun. And if you give it AIM-9Ms, it's going to jump up to 13.0, which it's still going to be totally viable at 13.0. Totally viable. It's just, I don't know, there's something about 12.7 that's so much fun to me, to be able to take out the F-16A and the F14B. Now, on that note, I do think that the F-16As that get AIM-9Ls and Sparrows should also be at 12.7. I think the F-16s that get AIM-9Ms should be at 13.0. I think they should bring down the F-16AJ, the F-16ADF for Italy. I think they should bring those down to 12.7, because while flying this F-16A at 12.7 is fun, it does get a little boring sometimes, because you could basically fly uncontested. Your only major threat is a Mirage, right? So to be able to face other F-16As, Block 10s and 15s would be fun. Would be very fun. So it is, Bubba, for RB. It is 12.7 for RB, but it is not in Sim. It is 13.0 in Sim. And get this, the Nets is also 13.0, which is lucrative. Ask Legend. I don't know if he's still in the chat. That is one of the most bullshit RB changes ever. They gave the Nets a 13.0 battle rating because it gets Pythons. Like, arguably a worse missile than the AIM-9L. Yeah, it pulls more Gs, but its flare resistance is horrible. The AIM-9L does so well in rear aspect, and it's such a longer range missile. Like, the Nets is at 13.0 in Sim, and that is such a crime. Like, it's so dumb. Yeah, I mean, even if it did get AIM-9Ms, I'm still in the opinion that it shouldn't get them, because then it's just power creep, man. Just, it's fine where it's at. That is the wonderful thing about Sim, is because it breathes so much life into those planes that get power crept into RB, right? If you take that F-16A at 12.7, you still play against 13.7 planes, right? You don't have to do that in Sim. There's so many brackets that you can play those planes again and be the top dog and really enjoy them. It breathes so much more life into the planes that get power crept. So if you continue to power creep them, I don't think that's really the answer. I don't think that's a benefit. Again, don't get me wrong, it'll still do fine at 13.0, but I like it right where it's at. Leave it. I like my F14A and F14B. In fact, that was the name of the stream. I didn't last very long. Here I am back in the Rafale. I'm a hypocrite. I'm a liar. I peddle lies. This F16 is going so slow. Come on, buddy. What's this guy doing? Man's just accepting his fate. Oh, poor guy. What? Oh. That's pretty close to their airfield. Sorry. Yeah, this lobby's pretty dead. I'm gonna go RTB. No, I don't have a community Discord. I don't. I need to figure that out. Because there's really not a whole lot of Discords that I hang out in other than the one Discord that I play Arma in, and that one's really only for Arma, and I'm not trying to incorporate. Why is my plane going so fast? 1 second, dude. Just give me a second, all right? Let me lock in and hopefully kill this F-15. He actually might cook me here. I don't know where he's at. I think he's above. No eyes. That's a name I know. Or M. Cooked. That was really close. You hear that missile go by? God, that was close. Okay, anyways, I'm sorry. I don't have a Discord I'm using quite yet. I will say, let me code man mine. Here, let me link Wingling's Discord actually. This is the big sim Discord. Invite, copy. I don't want to wing rip. Oh, 14.7. That's literally my wing rip speed. Okay, let me pop it in the chat real quick. If I can pull it up. So this is Wingling's Discord. He's probably one of the biggest, I guess. He's a Twitch guy. But that's the Team Sim Discord. I'm in there. But I don't really spend a whole lot of time in there. But the thing is that like that's the biggest sim community Discord. So you're gonna find the most like-minded individuals in there. If I do end up getting to Discord, I'll let you know for sure. But yeah. No, I appreciate it, Broken. I help run a server of my own for Arma. So I know what I'm doing a little bit. So I appreciate it though. But yeah, my main thing is that server serves a purpose, a specific purpose, and I don't want to encroach on that. Cool. Yeah, I'm in there. I mean, I'm not right now, right? But I'm in that Discord, and there's a lot of other big sim players in there. This match is definitely done by a lot. All right, man. I will talk to you later. I appreciate you coming out and chatting it up. If you see me streaming, feel free to stop on in. See this guy's name? R60 needs nerf. Oh, that's funny. This is probably such an old name. When they first released the R60s and people were losing their mind. Oh, all aspect missiles are gonna ruin the game. That's so funny. Uh, that shit's funny. Yeah, was more true a couple years ago. That's exactly what I was thinking, man. Oh, that is funny. That's hilarious. We love a good name. I don't even know why I still have that stupid streamer mode name on where my name is player. It doesn't work in Sim. People can still see my name in the lobby. It saves it. I don't know why. I'll probably just turn that shit off. In fact, I'll probably just do that right now, because I will forget. That needs to stay on. Oh, mission accomplished. Oh well. Do I have a partnership yet? I don't. I haven't put in for one. And I don't think I'm gonna for a little bit, probably. I'm just chilling right now, man. You know, just, I don't know. Trying out the actual, like, because I started this channel like a year and a half ago or something. And I don't know, it was fun, like, making shorts, but I don't know. Didn't quite stick. Kind of got old, but I'm actually kind of enjoying it now. So I think it's probably something I'm going to stick with in my off time. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe eventually, probably once I get monetized, right? Then maybe I'll actually look into getting a partnership with Gaijin. You know, 10,000 GE would be nice. But, and that silly tag under the wire. But anyways, probably gonna be wrapping it up here soon. That match ended. Anybody have any questions specifically, like while we're in the hangar and I can go over settings and stuff? Yeah, broken. I meet the criteria for it. I just don't really feel like it right now. Oh, actually, while I'm here, I need to edit this. Take that off. One with, one without. What fuel load and loadout do you bring? Well, that depends. It depends on the plane. Certain planes react differently with heavy loads. The Rafale I'm noticing doesn't really fly too bad with like 18 minutes of fuel. So I'm taking, in the Rafale, I'm taking 18 minutes of fuel. And I'm taking these loadouts, different air-to-air, 2 Magic 2s for like small maps where I need to get in close. 1 Magic 2 for primary BVR. But for like the Mirage, this thing is really fuel efficient. So I'll take probably, depending on the map size, 14 to 16 minutes of fuel inside. And then I'll take a drop tank. Oh, this is the wrong, I was like, holy shit, did they change this loadout? I was talking about this one. So for like this jet, this is my most used jet. I'll take probably 14 to 16 minutes in the fuselage. I'll take a drop tank. and then I'll take my 4 missiles, and that'll be more than enough to use these 4 missiles. F16, probably something similar, maybe a little bit more. I'll take around maybe 15 to 20 minutes in the fuselage, which might be a bit too much, but this thing is pretty fuel hungry. The GE engine really eats up fuel, so you need it in a dogfight for like a prolonged dogfight. Yeah, I'm sure you could, Zeus. Oh no, that's block, isn't it? That is block, you shitter. F14 is a different story. This thing eats fuel like crazy, so I'm rocking both tanks and like 30 to 40 minutes, depending on the map. And then for this, I have a bunch of different loadouts. And again, I use these for different types of lobbies. So if a lobby is very kind of like PvE heavy, a lot of people are bombing, I'll take primarily Phoenixes. If it's a lot of knife fights, I'll take my 4 AIM-9Ls with the BLO pods. And if it's a lot of pretty good players, I'll actually take a lot of Sparrows, because Sparrows are really good for catching people off guard. And then you obviously got your CAS loadouts. This is actually not bad for CAS. These 4 GBUs put in work. They're big, 2,000 pounders, a lot of splash. Hubba, are you? So I kind of rambled there for a little bit. What is there a specific plane that you play a lot that you're curious about as far as fuel load goes and maybe loadouts? You want to play the Rafale? Gotcha. Yeah. I don't know. I like you've been seeing. I've been running about 19 minutes of fuel. That's probably too much, because you get these 3 tanks. I would probably say 14 minutes is good enough. That should keep you around probably. Iraqi flags. I just like the way they look. They look cool. It's a goated flag. Best plane for sim at top tier. I mean, it's close between the Eurofighter and the Rafale, and it just depends on your play style. So the Eurofighter is just hands down the better dogfighter. It just is. Obviously, I'm not using it because I don't have it. If I had it, I would be using it right now, because I really like to dogfight. But I really like the Rafale a lot, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it more than the Eurofighter or not, but there's a good chance. But just objectively best plane at top tier. That's such a hard question, because you can make the argument that the Eurofighter is better because it's faster, it's got better top end, it carries more missiles, it's better at BVR, it has AIM-9Ms. Its radar is not great, but it's still got IRST. It gets more countermeasures, and it's the better dogfighter. But on the other hand, you can make the argument that the Rafale is better because you have all the avionics to kind of prevent a lot of those tactics, and you can keep enemies at that medium range pretty well. And in a dogfight, it's hard to beat a Micah. You know what I mean? Like, your plane could be the best dogfighter in the world, but it's just hard to beat a Micah. It just is. So I don't know, man. It's probably tied between the Rafale and the Eurofighter. I mean, Gripen is still also probably one of the best planes. It's probably number 3, probably 3rd. It's not far under the Eurofighter as far as flight performance goes. Akma, you're from Iraq. That's cool, man. What part? Yeah, Hubba, I actually made a Rafale BVR guide recently. I think it released today. But yeah, that's actually probably a good idea. I could probably go in a little deeper on how to play the Rafale well and how to kind of keep the enemy at least at bay and where they kind of excel, right? Keeping them from getting in close or keeping them too far away as well. Kind of that medium range is really where it excels. Yeah, I'll think about it. I could probably do that. But yeah, broken. I think that, and this is talking to the big duelers, the mainly the dueling guys. Um, I think the Eurofighter is better than the F15A, 16A. Oh, and RB. Maybe. I can't speak on RB. I don't know shit about RB. Um, yeah, I don't know. But for sim, I think the Eurofighter is kind of the king right now, and I think that's the consensus around everybody that is really big into the dueling community. But again, that's the margins are small. The margins are very small. 15A, 16A, and Gripen are still like very close, very close. At least that's from what I understand. I'm not really into it myself, but take it with a grain of salt. Akma, that's cool, man. Never been to Basra. Okay, so spin out. I have heard that be used quite a bit in reference to R73s and Micas. I've used the R73s quite a bit, and this was when they first came out. And I've used the Micas a lot recently. I don't know what people are talking about when they say spin out. I need to probably look into that and see exactly what people are referencing. Because, I mean, I see them get chaffed in dogfights. I see them get chaffed a lot, like I was in a dogfight earlier. And the F-16 was chaffing my missiles at close range. But as far as spinning out, I don't know. From what I understand, when people say they spin out, they kind of like immediately lose track right away and just like shit the bed and the thrust vectoring goes crazy. But I don't know. I just haven't seen it myself. I haven't been like, oh hey, that was crazy. That's weird. That must be what they're talking about. So I can't answer that. Sorry. Long story short, I can't really answer that. They still seem probably the best missiles in the game. Alrighty. Before I call it off, anything else? Anybody got any last minute questions or anything that I might be able to answer? If not, I'm probably gonna grab some food and go to bed. I work nights, so my schedule's kind of weird. My dog is hungry. Hi, bees. No, it does not get a drag chute, unfortunately. No drag chute. It does get an arresting gear, though. It does get an arresting gear. So I tried landing on a carrier, and I couldn't get it to work. Maybe it was my own fault, but... Cool. All right. Yeah, it was good to see you too, man. Or good to talk to you at least. I'll be around doing more lives here and there, so make sure you guys check it out. Check out the channel. So if you want to see more, check it out. So I'm gonna call it here. I appreciate you guys coming out. If you got any more questions or anything, just leave them in the comments or something. But yeah, peace. Have a good day, man. Everybody.